Okay, so as somebody that I haven't seen the entirety of Riverdale, however, I'm obsessed with it in like a horrible way. I wanted to take this opportunity to to test your knowledge of the Riverdale plots. Um, so okay, this we talked about this one. I don't know if you remember, but Archie got mauled by a bear while on the run after breaking out of prison. Is that a real thing that happened?
I don't remember us talking about it, but I don't think we would have talked about it if it's not real. And I want it to be real.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is that actually happened.
How? Wait. First of all, why was he in prison?
So I think he got like framed by Hiram Lodge, which is Veronica's like
Her father, right?
dad. Yeah, so like I think he got framed or something, and then he broke out of prison. He got mauled by a bear, and then he went back to high school, and like he was like in a locker room, and he like took his shirt off, and he had like this big scar from getting mauled by a bear, and.
Well, how could he just go back to school if he'd broken out of prison? Shouldn't
That's
law enforcement be after him?
No. Do you really think the cops in Riverdale do anything?
He's got insane plot armor.
Yeah, and then so this one, Cheryl, she's like the basically like the first episode, like Cheryl, like her brother died, and that was like the whole like
I watched the first season and like half of the second seaden, so I know the people.
Okay, good. So Cheryl, did she waterboard her mother with maple syrup?
Would that even work? I think that would be more suffocation than it would be like the drowning sensation.
Yeah, but like Riverdale is like it's it doesn't abide by the laws of like our world. That's their whole thing.
I just I don't get the logistics of it. I'm gonna guess fake. Are you kidding me?
Like what the poor actress that had to go through this, like what did they actually syrup her? Or
you know how in Supernatural they used lube in the water?
Yeah.
Do you think it's like that, like it's just made to look like syrup?
It's definitely, oh my god, it's definitely like probably like lube or something.
First of all, maple syrup would not be thrown like that.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Would be like it would be like a very slow drip.
Yeah, and she's not like, this is how you waterboard people. Like, are you supposed to like put like a cloth on them? And then, like she's not even being waterboarded. They're just dumping syrup on her like a pancake. Okay, Jellybean Jones, which is Jughead's sister, is actually a 32-year-old member of the farm, which is a cult, by the way.
They were in the Heathers episode, right?
Yes.
No, Jellybean's younger. Jellybean's younger than him. I remember her being mentioned and she was younger. And if this is true, I'm gonna be really upset because I remember her being like 12.
Yeah, I thought she was okay. I thought that was fake too. Okay, this one you know the answer to already. Betty tested positive for this.
So my little cousin, I don't know if she still watches it, but she watched Riverdale. And I would get stuff secondhand online and then immediately text her and be like, is this true?
Yeah.
And this is one of the things that I texted her immediately and she just like sent me back ... Yeah.
Pop Tate.
This is a lot of words.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to break it down. Pop Tate, he's like the dude that runs the diner. He was smuggling Jingle Jangle, which is like cocaine, to the Sisters of Quiet Mercy, a convent, through French fries.
Is the Sisters of Quiet Mercy where Betty's sister went?
Yes. Yeah. I'm like pretty sure.
I don't think Pop Tate had anything to do with the Jingle Jangle business. That was, if I remember correctly, that wasn't the Serpents. That was the other gang.
Yes.
Jingle Jangle stuff. So I'm gonna say fake. I think Pop Tate's innocent.
Free him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm doing a character study right now.
Okay. Jason Blossom never really died. He was just posing as Chick the whole time.
This is fake because she kept his body in the basement.
Okay. Just as the gang was about to take the SATs, the proctor died from cyanide poisoning.
I wholeheartedly believe that any attempt at being actual high schoolers will get foiled. So I have to say this is real.
It sounds very on brand for them.
It should be.
Wow.
It should be real.
That should have happened. I don't know why I thought that actually happened. Like, I was convinced.
I can see it, like, in my mind's eye.
Yeah. Okay, this one, a bunch of nuns poison themselves to avoid testifying against Hiram Lodge.
And maybe he was involved in the convent stuff, so I'm gonna guess real. Oh.
Yeah.
This show is a work of art. It really is.
Okay, Hiram ran away to New York City with his mistress, then launched a talk show called Live with Hiram and Mulray.
It can't be real. I refuse to believe this is real.
Yeah, like that might be the line that where they draw the ridiculousness at.
Yeah. You know what, like, almost got me was the name Mulray, because that seems like something they would do.
Yeah. There's a character named Peaches and Cream. Like, that's on brand too, I think.
I would only believe it if she worked at the diner.
God.
So I'm gonna guess real, and she works at the diner.
Yeah.
Hang on, I got it.
The character.
So is she also gay for what's her name?
I don't know. I think she was in like one episode. No, she's a recurring character.
Tony, that's what I'm thinking of. I hope she's also gay for Tony, because it kind of looks like it.
All right, Nana Rose runs an underground self-defense training center for at-risk youth at Thistle House.
Whose Nana is this?
She's the grandma blossom.
She's the elderly woman.
Yes.
I think it's real. I think it's real. No.
That would have been
so
awesome.
sad.
God, that would have been great.
We need more strong women. Who the fuck is Baby Teeth?
I don't know who Baby Teeth is. Wait, I need to look this up. He's just a dude. Like, he's in jail. He was like a dude in the jail that like Archie went to.
I want to say yes just because of the absolutely hysterical the sentence Baby Teeth died is. Yes! Baby Teeth is dead.
Oh.
Long died Baby Teeth.
Rest in peace, Baby Teeth. Archie did homework. I don't think I ever saw them do homework in the show.
I feel like I saw them writing stuff though.
Like, once I learned that like Jughead had rabies, like I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Like, actually?
Yeah, remember I told you, like, he literally, like, he had rabies, and like it was revealed that he like dreamt the entire plot of like the last season to retcon it. Like, that's what they did. They gave him rabies so they could retcon it.
the gas leak here.
Okay, this is the second and last quiz that we have. All right, Cheryl and Tony killed Cher's uncle and pretended they were serving him as a meal to the family.
I feel like I need so much more context.
Yeah,
whether or not they pulled a meatloaf. Real. This feels real. Cheryl has done some messed up stuff. This feels.
She has. Okay, Veronica has a long lost brother named Helix.
Isn't that the character from ARMS?
From what?
That Nintendo game where you punch and they've got the long arms.
You're right. Oh my god. I love your niche like knowledge of everything.
I think this is fake because I think Hiram has better taste in names than naming a son Helix. Wait, but maybe it's the mom.
Probably.
Fake, yes. She has a long lost sister named Hermosa.
All right. Archie Andrews finally gets a record deal and decides to pursue music like he's always dreamed. Remember when he was into music? Remember that one? I
don't believe anything good has ever happened to Archie Andrews.
Yeah,
But he does have lots of sex in the music room.
But remember when he hooked up with his teacher in the first season? That was like the whole plot. Like that was.
Remember when the plot of Riverdale was like comprehensible?
All right, a cult leader tried to escape on a rocket ship.
I am having a hard time with this one because part of me is saying that like it's not fantasy. It is not a fantasy show.
Right.
No, there's I think witchcraft at some point.
Yes.
So I it's not a fantasy show and it's not a sci-fi show and it's not set in like the distant future. So I feel like that's
Right.
unreasonable, but that's exactly why I think it might be true.
Yeah, like you I would believe it, I think.
I think this is false. I'm gonna say false, but I wouldn't be surprised if the answer to this is like, and she was an alien, woo, and then like the Doctor Who theme starts playing.
That would happen. I think they would introduce magic into the
What do you mean? Man, they didn't
Yeah.
elaborate. They just said it happened. What does that
Okay.
mean?
So basically what happens is that he's about to take off in his rocket, but then like somebody kills him. Yeah. So like before he can take off in his rocket, like somebody shoots him. And the guy's name is Edgar Evernear. And like just that name is just wonderful to me. It's so he also he's the one that like harvests organs.
What?
They so like the whole thing with the cold is that they like harvest organs.
Why?
And like they sacrifice babies and stuff. I don't know. I could think they sell them on the black market.
They what, baby?
They like sacrifice babies.
Like human babies?
Yeah.
These are not things that go together.
Actually, maybe Cheryl's the one that sacrifices babies.
I believe that.
There's like a scene where like babies are just floating over this fire. And they're like in the backyard of like the Cooper's house. Betty like goes downstairs and then she like opens the door and sees like her sister and her mom like sacrificing babies in a fire, and then Betty has a seizure and falls over.
Real babies. Real human babies.
They're real babies.
Are they Betty's sister's babies?
Yes.
They murdered the babies?
So I'm not seeing whether or not they murdered the babies actually. Okay.
I mean, if you throw babies in a fire, that's gonna murder a baby. But for the record, I do not condone baby murdering. I'm very upset about this.
Okay, no, the babies are alive. They're not dead.
Okay, her babies, but there were babies in the fire.
But they were like floating over the fire. They weren't in the fire. They were just floating over it.
What does that mean? Like, were they actually floating? Were they suspended by cables? What do you mean floating?
They were.
Why were they doing that?
Like they were magically floating. I don't know what to tell you.
So there is magic in this show.
Okay, Jughead writes a comic book about a character named Face.
It has to be because it's a self-insert name. That's a self-insert character name for Jughead. That's true.
It
Jarhead. The same person made both of these quizzes.
Yeah, they're
The
dedicated.
person just kept coming up with the new fake Riverdale plot. Do you think that whoever owns Archie, like the family of the original author, do you think that they regret selling to Warner Brothers?
I think they do. Like, I feel like there's like this theory going around that the director of Riverdale like has a vendetta against the Archie people, and that's why the show is so bad, because they want to make their lives like living hell.
Oh, you gotta read the question.
Yeah, I'm just breathing. They film themselves getting tickled for money.
So the writers were, I remember this, exceptionally weird about Kevin being gay.
Yes, they were. Yeah.
So like I remember in the second season he was like going out at night to like screw
like
all
have
their
sex in the woods. Yeah.
So I believe that the writers would continue to be really weird about Kevin being gay.
Yeah.
That's his I have to guess it's true. I hate being right.
God, okay, Jughead fakes his own death and hides out in the sex bunker.
What is the sex bunker?
It's literally just a place that they go to have sex. All the characters, I think.
They just have
Like-
a bunker, like a fallout shelter?
Yes.
Yes, it's true.
I think Riverdale is the greatest show of mankind. It's very camp. It is very camp. I view it as a satire. I love it. I think it's great.
It's a satire in the same way Glee is a satire, in which it isn't.
Exactly.
We're gonna say it is so that they don't look too bad.
Exactly, it is. And if you view it that way, then it's like amazing, you know?
Yeah, it's art. It's
So
like
those-
you.
Yeah.
Is you a comedy? No, but yes, it is.
Exactly. So those are my thoughts.
Riverdale.
How did you feel?
Riverdale is every genre at once, and it's doing a terrible job at all of them. And I think that's what makes it incredible.
Yeah.
I had a friend break down the current season to me. Did you know they
Mhm.
sacrifice Archie?
I think this is going to be the longest running show of all time. at
Wait,
this
are you insinuating it's going to go longer than Supernatural did?
It could. I think it could.
Like they're gonna get like 20 seasons? I don't think so, because I think at some point Cole Sprouse is gonna go bald, and then they can't recover from that.
That's true.
If he keeps dyeing his hair black, it's gonna fall out. So anyway, those are our final thoughts on Riverdale.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. Smash that like button, subscribe. Just say hi to the studio audience in the back who have been here the whole time. I don't know.